bring the beat back. I don't really listen to the feedback, nah. Told me that she good, she don't need Jack, nah. I'm real proud of the steps you took just to get to the place that you at today. I couldn't tell you to you straight, I gotta estimate. I wonder if I ought to go here with the best to say. Now go ahead, get me out of here, I couldn't last a day. I got the city talking about me like I passed away. Automatic is a habit, you should know it's automated. I've been getting to it, I ain't noticed y'all was hating. Brand new chick, she don't know the occupation. I just wanna know that I can hold a conversation. Oof, I don't know what y'all debating. I've been waiting for you, now I'm running out of patience. Running up a check, trying to run an operation. Went broke in the check and put 100 out of savings in. I can tell now that you ain't talking about nothing. I'ma need something I can calm down from. I'm gonna pull it with the bar down one. 6 months in, I ain't once. Trying to tell me what you know about me. You don't know nothing, keep it real with me. She said she ain't trying to deal with me. Okay, cool, you can sell that seat. Ooh, and she fell into.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington football team and the Baltimore Ravens. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
Dancing to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. For 16 yards, a first down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And 3 yards there, takes him to the 45.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. It's 40. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run here with Dobbins. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against an interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Haskins. That one is slant to McLaurin. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 22 yards there, a first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Now they try the right side here. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
49-yard line.
Here's Haskins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
Third down, here's Haskins. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
Gain of 19 yards.
Washington with a football here to begin quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd down.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Haskins. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. John Ross, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's good, and Washington will take a 7-0 lead.
makes this Washington 7, Ravens nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
Rolling to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that 1st down gain of 8. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got him the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
26-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
39-yard line. A gain of 13 yards.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins. Flushed out right. Floating one, incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Haskins. Got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, we can talk about it like it's just a basic route, but how about the timing on this one? Lined up on the right, runs a deep in route, and how about the throw? Right on the money. Bam, puts it right in there and on his hands. Nice completion. Really good pickup.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense, and on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Steps away to his left. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go play action now. Haskins escaping the pressure right to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
To throw on 3rd down. Haskins. That's complete right around the 8. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at about the 1. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Being chased out left. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. A 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
It's Washington 10, Ravens 7.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Open man is Ross, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Now Haskins on 1st down. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 3rd down, Haskins. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. It's a gain of a couple on what should be the final carry of half number 1. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
Number 9.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Operating from the gun, Haskins finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Number 9.
10 yards there, good for a Washington first down.
First down, Washington.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
To throw on 2nd and 6. Haskins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And Washington going to add on to their lead.
It's good to make it 17-7.
Makes this Washington 17. Ravens 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now as you...
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receiver took advantage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Jackson from the shotgun. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to
third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Ravens have cut it to within a score. That option pitch we saw, we don't witness a ton of that in the NFL, but it worked there down near the goal line for a score.
And it's actually a great call in goal line situations because as more and more quarterbacks enter the league with that mobility and having run option in college, more pro teams are adding it to their arsenal. And now it's not just, does the quarterback run it? Does he pitch it? Now they've added that third element. He can rise up and throw the ball as well.
29-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
On 2nd and 7, Haskins. He's going to have the hook up to Ross.
Haskins.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
A 3-yard gain on the play brings up third down.
From the gun, Haskins. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game, and a first down on that last catch as well. They go play action with Haskins. He'll buy some time right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Patrick Queen. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now Jackson on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson over the middle here to Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 9-yard line. 20-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
At the 20-yard line.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Dobbins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter. Picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Right at the line.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
This Washington defense, they've stood tall the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal.
Jackson's going to keep it. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins.
His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Ravens have taken the lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Ravens 21, Washington 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. He's decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Haskins hit, and he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
3rd down.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Now Haskins.
And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Justin Madubuike. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson eluding the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot of picking that off in the end zone. It brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And his kick here is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. Now, from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
They're set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Haskins to throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13, it's a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36, and he will bring this back. It's a pick six and a Raven touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big, big game, didn't you?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Back to the air, Haskins after the pick six. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That good for 22 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Right back to Dobbins on first. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just to let it go. I live it bumpin'. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat grits. How did the lady go miss? Her she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it. Let me explain what I did, can I kick it? Hold on, yeah, I got some rings and a range, can I kick it? Yeah, don't ask me a thing, how I got her, how I did it, yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast, can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain, can I kick it? Things ain't been the same, things have changed, can I kick it? People acting different, so I asked, can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait, need a light here just to catch my buzz. Need Sprite here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Said. What's broke to a guy with a mask? What's broke to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
This is Dev B Music. Hey yo, yeah, Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. They like, hold up, wait a minute, like don't make sense to really get it. I'm steady getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I mean, I'm getting to the good guap. Keep a rack in my socks. Diamonds cost me a lot. Nike check up all of my socks. Hey yo, Nike check. T-shirt check. Sneakers check. Socks check. Hoodie check. Shorts check. Nike check. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm finna get it. Get the bag and then I flip it, watch me do it. All them on my wrist going stupid. Tryna put them on, but they never do it. Going up sky high while I'm rocking Air Force. And she just wanna ride, shorty bad and gorgeous. She was rocking stripes, said it's alright. Then I cut her off, shorty stepped on my off-whites. Okay, now wait. Gotta get the bag and racks every day. Don't tell me to relax, I can't, I'm saying. Got a new Prestos and a J's on the way. Got a new British watch, but it don't take time. Might pull up on a hop if it's up too hot. And you wanna play ball, hit a 3-point shot. Or this my court, got a block on lock. I done made about $1 million and I'm only 19. Icy water dripping on a white tee. And shorty got a man, but she saying wife me. I got checks coming in like a pair of Nikes. If I like it, then you know I'm getting to the chicken, that tasty finger licking chicken. I